So keep me in your prayers. Um, this morning I want to read from the book of Second Chronicles 1, 5 through 4, which says, "But whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him out, they found him." So I can say this again. But whenever they were in trouble and turned to the Lord, the God of Israel, and sought him out, they found him. And today, I'm just grateful for life. I'm grateful for health. I'm grateful for strength. Grateful for my wife and grateful for my children. Um, it's just so much to be grateful for, man. I every day I wake up with just a heart full of gratitude for everything that God has done. And the so I dived into the book of Chronicles, um, and it's such an interesting book, guys. Because I mean, Chronicles is a lot of history, right? So it's like a history book, but history is a good reminder, of not only like what your ancestors went through, or what persons went through or what not to do, but it also it tells a good story of resilience. It's a good instruction manual, and it's just so many verses in Chronicles that just stood out to me, and I was saving them as I was going through the chapters. I was just saving them and saving them, but this particular part of the verse was a strong reminder to me, you know that whenever you in trouble and they turn to the Lord, because they was talking about the Israelites, and in Chronicles it details a lot of what they went through, from the good, the bad to the ugly, everything, But it was these sort of firm affirmations that stood out to me, right? But that it says that whenever they were in trouble, they turned to the Lord and they sought him out and they found him, you know? And one of the things that stood out to me was this is the message in it, right? So it wasn't the fact that they said whenever they turned to the Lord, they found him, right? That's why I repeated it twice for you, because it can easily fly over your head in the wording, right? They said, whenever they turned to the Lord and sought him out, they found him. And that is what I think is so important with our relationship with Christ, is that we have to seek him. We have to look for him. Like God right there, But we have to use our free will to go out there and find him and look for him, And once you look for him and once you find him, he can be right. You can realize that he was there the whole time, And it's just so important to remember that it isn't just about looking for God. It isn't just about opening your Bible and looking at the scriptures. It isn't just about going to church. It isn't just about the part of being a Christian where you just tell people that, it's about seeking God and seeking his guidance and seeking his wisdom. You understand? Like when you want to make big decisions, are you asking God for help? You know what I mean? When you going through your issues at home, are you asking God for assistance? Are you seeking him? Are you seeking him for advice? Are you seeking him for covering? Are you seeking him for grace? Are you seeking him for mercy? But the key word there is that you have to seek him. You have to sort him out. You have to look for him. And once you look for him, you can find him. So thank you everyone for the opportunity to speak to you today. God is truly great. Like I said again, keep me in your prayers. We probably soon going to get ready, but yeah, well, soon. But either way, thank you all for the opportunity to speak. I pass it on to my brother, Dario.